wait, they're not racing the station wagon? When Volvo invited us to drive the new 2017 S60 and V60 Polestar models and see the Cyan Racing team's debut in the World Touring Car Championship Series at the Paul Ricard circuit in France, we immediately flashed back to their 1990s venture in the British Touring Car Series. The Racing 850 wagon as prepped by Tom Walkinshaw Racing was one of the major highlights of Volvo's history as a wagon maker. Alas, Cyan Racing's modern racing Volvos are S60 sedans, so the only V60s to lap Paul Ricard that first April weekend would be driven by a few journalists sampling the latest update to this lovely, performance-tweaked cargo box. Polestar, Volvo's in-house performance division, doesn't make track day specials. It aims for all-around, all-weather capability tuned to please mature drivers with a taste for a more involving experience behind the wheel. We'd nevertheless enjoyed a track outing in the original 2015 model at a tight, hilly circuit in Sweden. What might it be like on a genuine Formula 1 grade course? Albeit on the shorter loop used for WTCC competition, and with a new turbo and supercharged 4-cylinder engine instead of a turbo 6. -2 cylinders, plus 2 cogs. Paul Ricard is as flat and wide as a Nebraska interstate with more on-off acreage than a Walmart parking lot at 3 a.m. It's a much less interesting driving challenge than was Ring Knutstorp, where we drove the 2015 V60 Polestar, but its long straights and one extended high-speed curve suited this still faster wagon. Polestar has applied its enhancements to Volvo's Drive 4-cylinder in place of the former 3.0-litre inline-6. In its top state of factory tune, the supercharged sedan turbocharged 2.0-litre carries the same T6 designation. It's rated at 302 horsepower in the normal S60 V60 T6S, but Polestar wrings another 60 horsepower out of it with a bigger turbocharger, more aggressive valve timing, and extensive revisions to the intake and exhaust systems, plus the necessary reprogramming of its electronics. The resulting 362 horsepower, 17 more than the previous Polestars had, peaks later at 6,000 rather than 5,250 revolutions per minute and, while Polestar's version has 52 lb-ft more torque than the standard T6, its 347 lb-ft peak is less than the 369 lb-ft in Polestar's 6-cylinder. Offsetting this, the transmission now has 8 forward ratios, 2 more than before. In the wagon, Polestar claims its changes add up to an improved 0 to 60 mph performance of 4.5 seconds, or 0.3 quicker than its claim for the 2015 model. We didn't run our test regimen on the wagon, but our test of the less powerful 6-cylinder 2015 S60 Polestar sedan saw 4.5 seconds. Polestar says the wagon weighs 100 pounds more than the sedan but 44 less than last year's wagon. EPA fuel economy ratings aren't in yet but should improve, although we often find small displacement turbocharged cars a challenge to live up to government figures in real-world driving. However, it plays out when we get one to our test track. The heart transplant gives the 17 Polestar wagon a more eager and playful personality on the road, its engine being more willing to rev and the transmission offering more ways to maximize the fun. Automatics really inspire us to employ the ubiquitous shift pedals, but in sport mode Polestar's revised shift program delivers crisp responses that make it feel worthwhile to wind it out toward the 7,000 revolutions per minute red line. A lighter drivetrain means the full balance shifts rearward, complementing Polestar's amended all-wheel drive system that directs more torque to the rear wheels. The wagon's extra mass also is aft of center and higher when compared with the sedan. That may not be the best answer for racing, but on the mountain roads surrounding Paul Ricard and on the track itself, the wagon was a bit more willing to rotate than was the sedan model. As before, manually adjustable dampers from racing supplier Rollins work with much stiffer springs and revised suspension components to give the Polestar model a firm and predictable blend of cornering prowess and ride compliance. Even when stability control is turned off, it's never fully off, so the car can aid recovery from the most ham-fisted maneuvers. Naturally, Polestar carries over all the standard safety add-ons that come on a Volvo V60 T6, including city safety that will bring the car to a stop short of a collision at speeds up to 31 miles per hour and blinks entertaining warnings you can ignore in the braking zone on a racetrack, and the blind spot information system that also includes cross-traffic alert and parking assist. And, hard as we try to get thoroughly lost on the narrow lanes snaking through tiny towns in Provence, the navigation system was exemplary in quickly routing when we missed a turn. Room for Fido's quattro as station wagons have become in America. Rarer still are all-wheel drive models tuned for enthusiast drivers. BMW offers a 3 Series wagon with X-Drive and even tosses in the lure of diesel power. But Munich's wagon is not available in M3 spec. AMG and badged vehicles, oxymoronically named performance crossovers, are far more common, while automakers ruin the handling of perfectly good station wagons by raising the ride height for neo-SUV profile. See the Audi A4 Allroad or Volvo's own V60 Cross Country. It appears few Americans looking to slip a dog crate into the back of a luxury wagon also expect that car to hit 60 miles per hour in less than 5 seconds and corner at 0.9 grams, but for those few, the Polestar is the only answer outside of the bonkers Mercedes-AMG E63. The order book opened April 5th with deliveries slated to start in early August. The price is not yet set for 2017 US models, but the Swedes said they were aiming for zero increase over last year's car, which cost $62,240 here. A sunroof will be optional on the new model. Polestar built 750 cars in each of its first 2 model years and sent America a total of 385. The mix tilted heavily in favor of wagons. For 2017, Volvo aims to build about 1,500 of its S60 V60 Polestars for worldwide distribution to 47 countries, and the maker promises a few hundred will get to America. They're not all Rebel Blue Polestars racing color, with white, black, and silver also available for those who'd rather go incognito. Distinguishing a 2017 from the earlier model years won't be easy. If you catch one sitting still, look for the now slotted front brake rotors and the 20-inch wheel design, which is similar to before but with each of the former spokes split into 2 narrower ones. An astute ear may detect the new Polestar's coarser exhaust note, less pleasing than the mellifluous tones that came from the 6-cylinder. The WTCC racers seemed happy enough with their 400 horsepower 1.6-litre 4-cylinder sedans, but those guys never go out for a drive with a shopping list in their pocket. We'd make ours a wagon, and suggest Polestar get to work on the new V90, too.